Hey friends, hope that you're all doing well. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you for being here. Oh, Virgos, what a year it has been. I'm hoping that, it doesn't matter what I hope. Drop us a comment in the comment section. Let us know how it was for you, how things have gone, what you're hoping for the future. Please note these are general messages. They're not going to resonate for everyone, so just take what does and leave the rest. The first card that has come out for you is Justice. I want you to kind of focus on that card for a second and think to yourself about what that could mean to you in this moment. Perhaps some of you are dealing with a legal challenge. Perhaps some of you are fighting for injustice. Perhaps some of you are looking or awaiting for some sort of decision to come through. This represents the element of air, and as a person, the key dates could represent September 23rd to October 22nd, influenced by Libra. So you could be dealing with a Libra and the planet of Venus. This person is somebody who is decent and law-abiding. They're law-abiding individuals. They make decisions carefully. They weigh all the pros and cons. And these people are good with words and often place high value on education. As a person, Justice also is very practical and cautious, but remains a romantic at heart. So either you're showing these characteristics at this point in time, or somebody around you is. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to... You got two cards here. There's something about becoming independent here. Becoming independent from possibly somebody who overindulges, somebody who could be a little bit nasty. So perhaps somebody's going to get their karma here. Maybe you left a situation that was no good for you with this Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is definitely about being independent. My concern, though, is that Queen of Pentacles. When the Queen of Pentacles shows up in reverse, you could have been dealing with somebody who was very, how do I put this? It was that they were over materialistic or selfish. When when she shows up upright, it usually speaks to dealing with somebody who's nurturing and providing for others. But when reversed, I think coupled here with this Nine of Pentacles, that some of you are turning that caring energy into yourself, which is a good thing. You're creating some financial independence, perhaps working for yourself, starting your own business, or even supporting your lifestyle with your income. You may still be in a partnership or a family, but perhaps you're keen to ensure that you can sustain your own lifestyle now and say in the future. It's like you're in this planning phase. You may have a separate savings account or a long-term investment plan to ensure that you can take care of yourself if need be. It also suggests nurturing yourself on a personal level, and that corresponds beautifully. Like, these cards are very much the same card, okay? And if you're nurturing yourself on this personal level, you may be preparing nutritious meals because you want to get healthier. You want to treat your body better in terms of energy. Maybe you're going on a lone retreat. You're going to go somewhere and just spoil yourself, which is good. And basically just paying more attention to yourself and your needs. You're tending to yourself, knowing that to care for others, you need to care for yourself first. And basically, the foundation of this also is to ask you to trust that work and family can survive without you for a short period of time while you focus on you. Maybe some of you might even be looking at taking some stress leave from work. It could be just too much. At times, it can also reveal that the work and home life were out of balance and that you're putting too much of your attention in one area to the detriment of another. On the one hand, say you're very consumed by your job, so you're spending long hours at the office, maybe you're on the road a lot or having to travel a lot, or maybe it's like you work all day and then you come home and you continue to work. But on the other hand, your home and family life may be taking over, and so you're unable to give the attention to your work. And this might be on a temporary basis, but the ultimate goal is to integrate the work and home lives so that they're mostly in balance. They'll always fluctuate, right? You can't have that perfect balance all of the time, but that is the foundation here, is finding that balance. You may also find a release by returning to a favorite nature spot or allowing yourself to take in some fresh natural energy. An inverted Queen of Pentacles can also point to an inner conflict when it comes to balancing work and personal priorities. Despite trying to make it work, you may consistently feel that you're not giving enough of your attention to either your work or your home life. Sometimes you just can't do everything, and you're going to need to make some choices about where your priorities truly lie. You may also make some new agreements with your partner or a boss so that you do not feel overcommitted to one area. Seeking out additional home help, maybe even like hiring a cleaner, like a maid or a nanny or a housekeeper, can also help you feel more at ease. As much as we want to be that person who does everything, you got to be fair to yourself. Fair to yourself and limitations, and you can only do so much, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help. You can't be everything to everyone. Yeah, because look at this. Your past influences here is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is heading towards the Ten of Wands, which is a breakdown, a collapse. That's heading towards absolute, needing to take a break. It speaks of your resilience and your courage and your persistence, even a test of faith or boundaries. And perhaps your boundaries have been crossed too many times, or maybe you didn't even know what they were. So you could be at that point, or you were just recently thinking, I need to really, really implement some limitations for where other people cannot cross, because this is about balance and being fair to yourself. The Nine of Wands comes as a sign that even in the face of adversity, you do stand tall and strong. You were probably on the edge of exhaustion, but you continued to be resilient, persistent, and ready to do what it takes to get to the finish line. Maybe you felt battered and bruised, having endured significant challenges and then the struggles along your path, but just when you thought you were making progress, you suffered another setback. It was like no matter how many steps forward you took, you got kicked back 10. And maybe you saw this as a test of your grit and resilience, but the thing is that our strength can also be our weakness. What do I mean by that? Is sometimes we're too strong and then we burn out. Do you see what I'm saying? So there needs to be that balance. And it's okay. You don't have to be everything to everyone. So don't give up. This is very much important about boundaries, but also it's good to know too that you have people that support you. It invites you to find the cheerleaders, and maybe that's what you're doing, or personal bodyguards, someone who will protect you from ongoing challenges. Even if others oppose you, you may even have more people who support you, and if so, let them help you. But it's very important, and I think that this is something that just has really come into manifestation for you, is the establishing boundaries and fiercely protecting those lines. If you've allowed others to stand in your way despite, or basically depleting your energy, it's likely that you didn't assert yourself effectively with those people, and that might be hard, right? You could be a very nurturing person, so it may be very hard for you to say, look, I need you to take a step back and to be very firm in how you say it. But it's important that you do, because you have to protect yourself. Get clear on what you need in the situation to be successful, and then reach the goals, and then communicate those needs to others. On the same note, be aware that too many barriers also will prevent others from getting close to you or helping you. So balance, again, Bring conscious awareness to how you're proactively using boundaries to protect your energy. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's just, whew. Look at all these cards that came out. I'm going to take them. Because what I'm seeing right here is the focus is that you're trying to establish your values. But maybe you're afraid that if you establish these values, you're going to lose people because of the Three of Cups in reverse. You might be afraid that people are going to walk away from you, that you're going to lose out to loving relationships or caring relationships. And I see that you're trying to make dreams come true here. I get that. But in the same respect, people are overstepping because of your generosity here. Or it's just that you're taking on too much. And if you do, you're going to collapse. So Spirit really wants you to look at nurturing yourself. This is where we get confused in this major arcana. It's, you know, you have to look after yourself first, because the Lovers is about that internal struggle and deciding what is it that you value, what isn't important, and then from there you can set the boundaries. And maybe that's the thing, you've been so busy you haven't even had the opportunity to sit down and draw a line in the sand. But now this is very important for you, my angels, especially in the new year coming up. Speaking of which, let's see what we've got for you. Future, please, Spirit. Yes, beautiful. You've got the Chariot and you've got the Eight of Swords. Chariot is a major arcana, so this is definitely a major rite of passage that you're going through. And because it's aimed at this Eight of Swords, it's going to challenge that thinking that's keeping you stuck. It asks you to use your willpower and your determination to overcome these thoughts that keep you stuck. Because in the Eight of Swords, there she is. She's stuck, right? It speaks to discovering how to make decisions that are in alignment with the values you have right up here. See? It's very, very close with the Lovers card. And taking action on those decisions. So when the Chariot appears, it's a sign of encouragement. You're going to be setting your objectives and you're going to be channeling your inner power with a fierce dedication to bring them to fruition. When you apply that discipline and commitment and willpower to achieve those goals, you're going to succeed. So no more being passive in the hope that things will just work out in your favor. Instead, you're going to be taking some focused action just like this individual is driving these two horses that are trying to go in different directions. No matter what challenges may come your way, you may get pulled in different directions, but you're going to find that maybe your strength and conviction is tested, but it doesn't matter. Others may try to block you or distract you or drag you down the pursuit of what it is that you're trying to manifest. But at the end of the day, the Chariot is that invitation to draw on your willpower and definitely dive into what's essential to you so that you can push past the obstacles in your way. And what I see with that is that you are going to be pushing past the obstacle, and the obstacle is the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. And usually that comes from our thoughts. It's like we're trapped by our mental processes, okay? So it's possible that it's your thoughts that are keeping yourself stuck. Like you're going to overcome these negative thoughts and self-imposed restriction and imprisonment, or victim mentality, if you will. Back here, maybe you thought you had to take on everything because you may lose people, you may lose money, you may lose whatever be the case. But the thing is that it's a feeling of being trapped and restricted by our own circumstances. So if we believe that our options are limited with no clear path out, then that's what kept you stuck back here and continuing to forge forward, right? Sorry, I'm getting over bronchitis. So anyways, you may have been in an unfulfilling job or an abusive relationship, unfortunately, or maybe you had a significant amount of debt or a situation that was way out of alignment with your inner being. And now you felt trapped between a rock and a hard place with no resolution available. But this individual on this card is not entirely imprisoned by those swords around. So those are thoughts, right? If this person wanted to escape, they could. They merely need to remove the blindfold and free themselves from that self-imposed binding that holds them back. So this is asking you basically to be aware of your thoughts and beliefs because they're no longer serving you. If you're overthinking things, creating negative patterns, or limiting yourself by only considering worst case scenarios, the Chariot is here and you've got that strength and ability to oversee that and to charge over it. Okay? So that is what I see happening for you in the near future here and in 2022. And it's beautiful because it's getting you out of this lack mentality and it's getting you more aligned with what it is that you want so that you can manifest it no matter what comes at you. You can free yourself. And I think that you're going to find that strength. Why? Because you owe it to yourself. Justice. Okay? Being able to be fair to the world starts with being fair to yourself. Be realistic about what you can do and do not feel bad if you need help. Okay? And I know that's hard myself. I'm very much the same. I don't like asking for help, but sometimes we need to. But that's why others are there. And maybe it was a trust issue and you're afraid to ask because you've been let down. But you know what? There are people around. And even if it's people that were close to you that let you down, don't be afraid to look outside. Like I said, find a home cleaner or find resources. There's so many organizations out there to help people when they're feeling overwhelmed. Okay? All right, you guys, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for being here. And again, Happy New Year's. Mwah. Love you.